Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Dynasty Warriors 8 on Rocket Orbit Commentaries. I have to remember which one we're doing because it's part 5. So maybe I was doing a part 5 play, Dynasty Warriors 5 playthrough, but no, I wasn't because that is so much slower than this game. Hey, Lusu. This is one of two cutscenes that he's going to be in for the entire game because he's going to end up. Oh, he's going to end up dead in the next part. Oh well.
In you, and in your faith in Liu Bei.
Yes, my boy. We will be victorious.
Wait for the wind to turn, then attack with fire from the water. A bold gamble indeed.
A very bold gamble.
Hey, you two! Has the
Hey,
war
Sun
council
Sang
finished
Jiang.
already? You were conferring with the forces of Liu Bei, right?
Everybody's all smiles around here. You guys know how much ass you can kick.
Oh, really? I was looking forward to finding out what kind of man Liu Bei is.
Yeah, and let us gain control.
This is one of the few games in the series where they actually push the they had tried to push the relationship building between Sun Sang Jiang and Liu Bei, and they don't really do a good job with it, to be perfectly honest. Mostly because there isn't really all that much of a relationship between the two to build upon.
Well, I would say that this style of relationship building is appropriate when we're talking about a time when, well, this is how people got to know each other, especially people of importance. Is first it starts as a rumor, and then it starts as an arrangement of a meeting, and then they finally meet. But you spend most of the time not even really knowing them as a person, just knowing them as the idea of who they are and what they can do.
Yeah.
We need to meet this person in order to kill him.
Alright. Scouting around the camp a little bit. Showing off that, yes, we actually have a large number of units for this. Hey, Sun Juan.
I'm glad that it goes beyond just the horses, that I find the animations in this game just hilariously jerky. And I think it works towards this game's benefit.
Yeah.
This is the most important
this is the most important battle of Huang Gai's life. Anyway, this is Huang Gai. He uses a boat as a fucking battering ram.
Yeah. Some people will use a chariot wheel.
And he can also surf on the damn thing.
Cowabunga, bro.
Yeah, I actually really like how crazy a lot of the weapon styles in this game get to be.
Well,
that is actually an air grab. If he manages to grab anyone with it, I'll be able to show off what the EX on it is.
You know, conceivably,
and his switch, he just kicks the boat at somebody. It's very nice.
Conceivably, if you were trying a beachfront invasion where the enemy had position on you with arrow troopers, you could overturn the boats with like 10 people holding it upward in order to shield themselves as they approach.
Yeah, or you could do with what Huang Gai is doing and just summon a tidal wave to smack them in the face.
Magical water bending. Now let me spin around in circles.
Yes, Huang Gai gets the red cyclone from Zangief. It's honestly the weapon styles in this game are just fucking crazy, and it's honestly a really good. I keep using that term. I need a bigger lexicon, Mr. Cloud.
Read, damn it! You need to read. You can do it,
hey,
and you can too. Your stupidity amuses me.
First, special attack.
Let me just pile drive.
We just backbreaker the fuckers.
Oh my goodness.
Huang Gai isn't the only grappler character in the game, for the record. The other major one that I always remember is is it Cheng Pu? I think it's Cheng Pu.
Shampoo. Yeah, that reminds me. I gotta get.
Yeah, it's another Wu character though.
I know. That's just me being the kind of anglicized ignorance that will make some things humorous for unfortunate reasons. Okay, so now we are holding a boat while riding a horse.
Yes.
Do not let the fire ship escape.
Well, do not let the fire ship be destroyed. So what we have to do is run down here and take down the encroaching officers. Not Wong Lang specifically, but Xiahou Dun.
Oh my goodness. I hope these weapons get even more over the top, because I am interested.
They do to a certain extent, but I'm not going to show off a good portion of the most over the top weapons. Like, rather specifically, the wing boots specifically are a very, very over the top weapon, but I'm absolute shit with them. So I don't like how they play. But that's me being terrible. The newest weapon for Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends was the addition of the sword whip. I think it's either the sword whip or the extension blade. No, it's sword and hook. Yeah, Zushu, and Zushu actually has got a lot of high flying acrobatics that he does with it. But it's again a weapon that I'm not actually all that comfortable with because I don't know how to handle its gimmick all that well.
Well, it sounds spectacular. Whip sword and acrobatics. That means lots of aerials and stuff and sending dudes flying.
One of my favorite of the new weapons for Dynasty Warriors 8 specifically is Xiahou Ba's Siege Spear, because he very much uses it as a ballista cannon, and he can actually do a dragoon jump with the damn thing. It is hilarious.
Who needs cannons when you got these guns?
I am not muscular enough to pull off that kind of taunt. Huang Gai is, though. Huang Gai is built like a fucking ox. And here we have us showing off how the fuck to play with the catapults, which is poorly because, yeah, the catapults, they work, yes, but they're not honestly as good as they're supposed to be. What we're supposed to be doing here is clearing out the obstacles that are in the way of the fire ship.
Fire.
We have secured the fire ship's course.
That's a terrible use of resources, though.
How so?
They're supposed to be used to kill people, not leave.
No. Catapults are terrible at killing people. They're great at destroying buildings, obstacles, and boats. But
buildings
killing
and
people is not a thing that
fortifications.
they're good at.
Well, they portend to killing people because they can destroy buildings and fortifications.
Yes.
But we were not destroying buildings or fortifications. We were destroying obstacles.
Yeah. Hey, Jazu. Here, let's backbreaker you. Bam!
Tombstone.
I don't think that's the tombstone, actually. I'm pretty sure that's just the backbreaker.
No, that's right. Tombstone is not a. It's a It's a fucking like aerial suplex, is what it is.
Yes.
You know, a suplex, all you're doing is bending over backwards, both feet on the ground. This guy jumps in the air with you and then finishes the suplex.
Yeah.
Probably with neck-breaking force because of gravity and acceleration.
Now, what's going on here is all the fire effects actually have this part, this mission play at effectively half speed. It doesn't affect the audio quality for once, thank God. But yeah, we're playing at half frame rate right now. I'm not entirely sure if this is a problem with my rig. I don't recall this playing at half speed on the PS3 specifically, but I kind of doubt it's my rig that's causing this. I suspect it's more along the end of the Dynasty Warrior games having pretty terrible optimization. And for the record, Omega Forces had pretty terrible optimization for the PC versions of these games for a long ass goddamn time. Well, I don't know how bad it's ever gotten, but Dynasty Warriors 9 specifically, which is a game that I keep bringing up despite the fact that I'm not supposed to, is horribly optimized for PC. So,
well, every game has a throughput. There's only so much activity it can handle at once, and yeah, I can totally see how optimization would be a problem because there's a minimum of like 100 moving objects
it's closer to 60, to be perfectly honest.
Between 60 and like 80, 100 objects, all operating at the same time. Every system has a limit, so And that's you know, a great game design challenge, of course, is creating, well, without making the game too boring or too over the top or too goddamn janky, because the game is just tripping over its own feet. Superplex. Yeah. Quit your
But yeah,
barking,
for single targets or even small groups of enemies, Hongai suplex Musou / super is what I tend to go on. And now the frame rate is starting to pick back up as there are less dudes on screen.
I think it's the important dudes.
It's not either of those actually. What's really causing this is the overloaded fire effects that are going on in the background.
Oh yeah, the graphics effects, of course, because especially fire, because fire
and mist are things that games always have a lot of problems dealing with.
Yeah, well, in a moving image, yes. In a still image, not really. In a game where they have to animate what the fire looks like depending on what angle you're looking at from in a 3D environment.
I was hoping to do my secondary Musa attack on it, but oh well.
So
with that, we have successfully done GB, and we even executed the fire strategy. Woohoo!
Vicious. My ambition is not yet extinguished. Like these fires here, they will burn you all to death.
Except I think this is the last time. No, this is not the last time we see Cao Cao in the campaign.
No doubt. See, that looks much better in a pre-rendered cutscene setting.
Yeah. Or rather, it runs better. It looks the same. Hi, Liu Bei. Hi, Zhuge Liang.
This game really did try to accomplish a lot. Just like we've been observing. I mean, sometimes it seems like they try too much.
Victory is ours.
Yes.
Dividing the land. That was it. Your grand design. Where do they fit within it then?
What do you think, Lu Su?
Liu Bei would make a valuable ally. But Zhuge Liang, that man is truly to be feared.
Indeed. Mostly because he's an asshole.
Yes, indeed. Watch him closely.
Watch his every sensual
may
move.
one day be turned against Wu.
Huh. Suddenly, this whole
Well,
making moves
for the
against
moment,
other factions reminds me of The
should just savor
Godfather.
what we've
That's the
achieved.
thing. That's a thing. That he
There's
comes up
enough
and watches
political intrigue
Godfather.
in this game and story to parodize the Godfather if it really wanted to.
Well, that it shares, because we're not just talking about warring factions. We're also talking about blood and genetic families.
Yeah.
That and everybody, yeah, and it's either you're in one faction or you're in another. There is no neutral zone.
Despite suffering a crushing defeat, Cao Cao survived and fled to Zhuchang. And so enters the era of three kingdoms.
But where were they going without ever knowing the way?
Determined to advance this policy, Zhou Yu immediately sent an army to attack Jing province.
However, staunch defense of Nanjun by Cao Ren put the Wu vanguard in danger.
Yay, we get to play with Gan Ning.
Yay. New people! Sweet.
And no, we will never get to play with Zhuge Liang because we're playing with the Wu faction. Actually, we don't get to play with Gan Ning for this mission, do we? We're going to end up playing with Lu Meng, aren't we? Yep, Lu Meng, who I have maxed out, but I do not have his either of his big weapons. So
The Golden Glory.
In the next episode, we'll get to see how boring Lu Meng is to play, and because he's a generic spear user, yeah, he's pretty boring.
Damn it.
Be safe, everybody.
Rust.